ESPN.com, we released the insiders' picks to win the 2023 NBA championship. Everyone at this desk was a part of the vote. Not me, so don't get mad at me. Okay, I was out. Here are the results. Golden State took over 1/3 of the first place votes to repeat as NBA champions. It's a nice sign of respect. Then it's Clippers, Celtics, Milwaukee Bucks, and Miami Heat rounded out the top 5. Tim, did the panel get it right?
I don't think so, because I don't think the Clippers are the Warriors are making the finals, let alone winning, because we talked about earlier in the show, I think the Clippers are the best team in the West. I've been thinking about it in terms of who I think is going to be in the finals in the East, because I think Boston-Milwaukee, to me, is really a toss-up, just depending on how it goes. I think Boston is a little bit deeper, but the Milwaukee Bucks have the best player in the universe in Giannis Antetokounmpo, and generally you want to side with that guy. But I think ultimately I'm going to pick the Clippers because I just think they're the deepest team in the league and they can play in every possible style. So I'll go with them. But no, I don't think Golden State's getting back to the finals.
I have the Clippers, Boston, and the NBA Finals. And the Clippers winning it all.
Whoa!
Which is not going to happen now because I just put the kiss of death on all. I'm sorry for my friends at the Clippers.
I've been a part of one of these segments on this show before that got replayed throughout the year. So just, okay, lean in. I guess if you're going for it, lean in.
I'm not going to be fans.
This is the best Clippers team that they've ever had.
I agree with that. But.
Yeah, I mean, and I think certainly we're not talking much about what Ty Lue did last year with that roster that didn't have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard for most of that season here, and their depth. They've got the best depth in the league when you've got Norm Powell coming off the bench, Luke Kennard coming off the bench. I think certainly size is maybe a little bit of concern, but my question would be, if this Western Conference is so deep that these teams, when you get to the playoffs, it's just going to be like a steel cage match. And what's going to be left standing for one of these Eastern Conference teams? And you probably could make an argument for Boston or maybe even, certainly maybe Philadelphia or Miami or Milwaukee, one of these other teams that could potentially win it all.
And you talk about just the fight that the West may be. One thing I think about the Warriors, and they certainly have a chance to repeat. Don't want to discount them, even if I am picking the Clippers. The bracket broke really well for the Warriors.
Sure did.
You had the Nuggets, who obviously were injured and not at full strength in the first round. They catch a young Memphis team who had never been there. And then Phoenix kind of just implodes on themselves in the other half of it. And you get Dallas in the conference finals. So it's not to diminish what the Warriors did. You play who's in front of you, and they were obviously a very, very good team, deserving of a champion. But I just am a little, skeptical of their ability to repeat again, just because
the hardest series they played was against Memphis.
Yeah.
That was the biggest challenge. Once they got through the Grizzlies, that was ours.
I would say the Celtics are a challenge, too. And if you look at their run, too, the other thing we're kind of discounting from their standpoint, and it's why I don't think they're going to get back, is the injury component, right? Like, we spent a lot of last year wondering Draymond Green was going to get back on the court at all with that back and nerve issue he had. Klay Thompson is obviously an older player. Steph Curry is obviously an older player. Like, they're relying on some guys who have a ton of miles on the tires to, again, be awesome and get all the way through the playoffs healthy. That's a tall order.
And can they put the financial component in their back pocket for the year? What happens if Draymond doesn't get an extension? Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins. Can they kind of just put everything aside when we get to the regular season? Or does that kind of creep in and start to see this roster kind of splinter a little bit?
Okay, I just want the producers to note today is August 10th, and it's about 12:50 here in the West Coast, 3:50 Eastern.
We know you're repping the Lakers.
This is the part. No. This is the part. This is the part of the clip of the show that you'll be playing back when you guys are either proven right or not. We'll see. We'll see.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.